Hello YouTube, this is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would like to welcome you. And if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back again. I am out here and on the patio. I want to show you I got some stuff in the mail and I've been shopping. So I'll be right back, show you what I got. Okay, you all, so I have gotten two packages through the mail. This one is from Burpee, and I am expecting more from there. And this is the first of 3 that's coming that I've ordered. So these are the paste tomatoes that I really like by them. This one is the super sauce, and it's a hybrid. It is, they get a nice size. They seem to be one of the bigger tomatoes, paste tomatoes that I've ever grown. This one is the Big Mama, and I got 2 of those. And they are the biggest paste tomatoes I've ever grown. And they just grow well. And then because we use these to make our sauces. And when you are removing the skins and everything on them, you could just grab it and just pull it off. Just like that. It's so easy to make your sauces with these. And I really like them. And Burpee have really went up on their seeds. They must be real proud of them because they have went up a lot. And I was just trying to get some before they go up anymore. This is another package of seeds that I got from Seed Therapy. And it's a lot. The first one that I got is the tea plant. It is the Camellia sinensis. And we wanted an actual plant. Couldn't find it, so I went ahead and got the seeds. This is anise. This is Orange King calendula. This one is common plantain. This is yellow mustard. This is true dandelion. And I don't even know why I got these because they're growing all over the yard. They're just growing all over the yard. This is the tender crisp celery. There's 2 of them. This is Utah 52 through 70 celery. There's 2 of these. This one is purple mullein. And this is peppermint, lemon, catnip. And this is just regular catnip. So that was everything that I got from from Seed Therapy. And I really hope that I don't get on that website anymore and order anything else. It's just we are wanting to have more herbs in our garden that have more of a medicinal benefit for us. So I went to the co-op yesterday and got me some more bone meal. This is blood meal. This is high in nitrogen. It's pretty high. As you can see, it's 1200. And I'm going to explain fertilizers to you. This is garden fertilizer. It's an 8-10-8. We've used it before, works good, and gonna use it again. This is ammonium sulfate, and it is 2100. I am going to use this on my onions, and I've used it before. It gives the sulfate really gives the onion a good flavor. Now, a long time ago, onions tasted good when your ancestors grew them, and they tasted good, and they would be hot. They would be just potent. Like you could go and try to cut up an onion, and you just cry so bad. You almost had to go on outside to clear up, to straighten up and fix yourself. But nowadays, I mean, it's almost to the point where, like, when you buy onions from the grocery store, you can slice it. You don't cry. You don't feel it. You don't cry. You really don't. You don't cry. You don't feel no way like crying. And then y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I don't care though. But you are going to think that I am crazy. But they had these sweet onions, Georgia sweet onions, and I got them. I know I got a whole lot of onions growing here at home. But these onions are big. Do you see how big these bulbs are? This is about the size that I want them to be, that I want mine to be when I put them out. I don't like when you put them out and they're too little, they might make it and they might not, because they're just too little, too immature. They're just too small. But like putting this out like this right here, I mean, and that's all it needs right now. It's just to get into some soil. And when these get into that ammonium sulfate, it is going to grow well, you all. It's going to grow well. Look at that. And so I kind of wanted to explain fertilizers to you. Now, when you buy fertilizers, they have 3 numbers. This one has 8, 10, 8. The first 8 is nitrogen. The 10 is phosphorus. And the last number, which is 8, is potassium. This is a pretty even blend fertilizer. That is what those numbers are. Your N, P, and K. N, P, and K. And that's what those numbers stand for. Now, I had this bone meal, and it only has phosphorus. And then I had this blood meal, and it only has nitrogen. The nitrogen is good for the foliage. It's good for the leaves. Your brassicas, they love nitrogen. That's why they love the fish emulsion, because it is water soluble nitrogen is basically what it is. And they love the nitrogen. They love it. And even like plants this summer that we're going to be growing, all those plants, they all produce a fruit, or they produce a flower, or they produce a root. They need phosphorus and potassium. It's for the potassium is for the root growth, to push out the flowers, to mature or help the fruit to grow. And when I say fruit, I don't mean like apples and all like them, but I mean they do like potassium, phosphorus, but I mean like the tomatoes, the squash, the cucumbers, the melons, all those plants, they produce fruit. They love the phosphorus, and you're going to be growing it all those plants all summer long. You're going to need a lot of phosphorus. Now you can grow things, beans, I think it's navy beans, and there's several different kind of beans you can grow, and grind it up, and it'll be phosphorus for you. So you can make your own phosphorus, and not have to buy any. And with us trying to be so self-sufficient, that is the best thing to do. So when you go to the store looking for fertilizer and you don't know what to get, just think about what you pretty much get. One that's well blended, and you should be good. But the plants that we're going to be growing this summer needs the extra phosphorus. Now this ammonium sulfate, I like to fertilize onions with it. Now this ammonium sulfate is 21 nitrogen, no phosphorus, no potassium, 21 nitrogen. I have to be careful with this. And the sulfate gives these onions a beautiful, delicious taste. It really helps the onions with their foliage. These are really going to need this when I put them into the garden, because see, these are in pretty rough shape. A lot of you have asked me how I grow my onions. I start my seeds in September, and I just start the seeds, and I usually start them in the house, and they spend most of all winter in the house under the grow lights, and I just pot them when they get ready. And then it's usually mid-March when I transplant them out into the garden. Now, you all have seen mine. They're nice size, but they're not like this. And these, I really like for them to get almost, if they could at least get this size. Like if you buy them from Dixondale Farms, they will more than likely be around about that size right there. And but when I transplant them out into the garden, I start to use the ammonium sulfate and the azomite. This will boost their foliage, get these greens to growing, and then they will I think probably for, and then in about 2 weeks after I transplant them, I'll come back in. It's 2 to 3 weeks. I have to look at my timeline. But I'll come back in and side dress them, which means I will make a furrow between 2 rows, and I will plant a whole bed of onions. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But I make a furrow between 2 rows, open it up, and get pretty deep down in there. And I'll put the ammonium sulfate in there and the azomite, and then water it pretty good, close up the furrow, and I may water it again. Now, you can add this to your water to kind of break it down some and water it in. But I usually just make a furrow, open it up, sprinkle a little bit in there, use my azomite, and water it, close it up. That's how I do it for probably 2 feedings. I'll do that when I first transplant them out there, and then 2 more times, which like every 2 weeks. And then once the greens get big and pretty, get big, I cut this off and I really boost them with the bone meal. The bone meal is going to make these bulbs bigger. They're going to bulb up. And they're going to be growing, even just getting the ammonium sulfate. But they are really going to bulb up when I start kicking that bone meal to them. And that's how I do it. And then it's usually around June when I harvest them. And I'm telling you all that I have nice sized onions. Now, when I transplant them into the garden, say this one right here, I don't stick this whole thing. Ooh, the roots are really getting dry on these. I don't put this whole thing down and say this is whole. I don't put this down in the ground like this. I don't do that. I don't put it all the way into the soil like that. I basically just put the roots in there and then help it stand up. And then once I start feeding them, these mosquitoes are bad out here, you all. Good grief, they're biting me through my clothes. Now I'm gonna tell you this. You can count these after they get so big. The number of blades that you have is the number of rings that you have in your bulb. And it is so fun to stand out in your garden and count the bulbs on your onions. I'll be out there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of them, sometimes they'll have 12, 13, 14, 15 blades on your onions. So that is so fun. That is basically how I grow my onions. Now, I will bring you all along when I am planting these, when I'm growing them, when I transplant them out into the garden. And see, my timeline here in North Alabama, 8A, is around mid-March when I am to put my onions out into the garden. Because, even though onions are tough, they can't stand cold like we got this winter. They can't stand that. So I don't, mosquitoes. I don't put my onions out until it's time. I don't want to put them out there too soon. And putting them out in the wintertime, that's just too much because they can't handle it. Garlic can kind of handle it. But I mean, if you cover them and take care of them, then they'll make it, I guess. But if you don't, they're gonna go on the glory just like anything else. Especially with the temperatures that we got this summer. But I basically just wait until about mid March to put out my onions. And so that is basically all that I wanted to talk to you all about. I mean, that looked like a lot, but that's not a lot. It is, but it's not. I only got them because of the size of them, you all. Look at the size of them. They'll be huge. Especially this one right here. I need to hurry up and get them out, though. Today is March 5th. So before these get any drier, I need to go ahead and get them out into the garden. For 2 years, I grew onions successfully. And then in 2024, I was gonna grow my onions like how I grow them, in beds. And so they were too small. They really weren't big enough. And a lot of them, I mean, they were too small. And then to have to handle 21 nitrogen, they were too small. And I knew in my mind that those were too immature to put out into the garden, but I did it anyway because it was time and I needed to do it. And I was ready to do it. And someone came in the comments and said, you really shouldn't plant a whole bed of onions. Just designate a whole bed just to onions. Well, that comment bothered me. And then I thought, well, maybe, and I don't know why I let that bother me, because for the 2 years before, I grew onions well in beds and containers. And so in 2025, I didn't plant them in beds. I planted them all over the place. I had them like 4 or 5 planted in those 17-gallon pots with my tomatoes. I had them all over the place. And my harvest was just here and there. Some of them didn't get to be no bigger than that. And I was so disappointed. And that was another thing that had just disappointed me to no end last summer. That my onion harvest, I failed at it. And I was just so disappointed. The reason why I am going to plant my onions in my beds, because I want to. Because the 2 years I did it, I got great onion harvests. And I am going back to that. And the reason why you need to plant your onions by themselves, so that you can fertilize them. Okay, for me. Some of you not going to use this. I understand that. And you can grow beautiful onions just using nitrogen and phosphorus. You don't have to use ammonium sulfate, something this strong. You don't have to do that. A lot of you ask me, what do I use? And I'm showing you what I use. You don't have to use it, because you need to know what you're doing when you're using something that strong. But since I do use this, I want this to fertilize my onions. And that's the reason why I plant all my onions together. I'm going to leave some out to plant with whatever brassicas that I have. Because onions is it kind of helps deter the pests and the bugs and stuff. But I am going to grow my onions in one bed or 2 beds or however many it's going to take. And I am super excited because I think that I will be able to succession plant my onions this year. I have some that are almost this size, but they're going to be ready to go out in a week or so with these. And then I have some that's going to come later. So after these are out for maybe a month, then my other ones will be ready. And those are the ones that I put out here last week. They will be ready in probably about a month after I've put these and the first round of my onions out into the garden. And then after that second round of onions have been out for about a month, I have some in the house that you watched me up pot about 2 weeks ago. And they'll be ready to go about a month after the second round. And so I should have just onion harvest all year, going on into the fall. And so I am super excited. I'm hoping that I stick to the plan and is able to get that done. And I need you all to help me do that. But for those of you who think that I should not plant my onions in a whole bed, I am going to do it. And if you think you're not going to like that part, then don't watch that part. But you can come back and you can watch whatever the other stuff. But I'm going to plant my onions in 1, 2, 3 beds. However, I have to do it. I hope that you all are doing well. And leave a comment and let me know. You can let me know what you're doing, how you are doing. It is something that smells real bad, like stomach ache gas. But anyway, you all leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing. I'm not a professional. I'm just letting you know what I do and what has worked for me. Now, if I tell you what I'm doing and you go and try it, and if it don't work, listen, my garden is different from yours. Your garden is different from mine. And like I said before, if you all are new to gardening, this is your first garden season, your soil is brand new. And it is not like it probably will not give you the results that you want. But if you use plenty of compost and feed your soil, you will eventually get where a lot of us are. Like your soil gets old and it gets dark and it gets to be black gold. Like after every season, we amend our soil and we amend it with mostly compost. The compost is made from things that is from the garden previously. It's broken down and has turned to soil, turned to gold. And that's how you feed your soil. And then after like two or three seasons, your soil's gonna be so rich and it won't be anything that you cannot grow. And then you'll get your routines, you'll get your timelines down, and everything will just grow well for you. But you focus on your soil health, this summer. And don't just be just throwing stuff out there. Take care. And that's what my big garden is going to produce a lot of food. It's going to produce tomatoes and cucumbers, beans, peas, and other things. Okra. And I'm going to do peanuts again. And it's going to produce all that. And all of that is going to pretty much take care of itself. Tomatoes, I will have to prune them a lot, but I won't have a lot of them, so it won't be so bad. Cucumbers, I'll probably have to amend or prune, but I won't have that many of them, so they won't take up all my time. But the big garden is going to take care of itself. Up here is going to be herbs and citrus. And my fruit trees out there, that's where a lot of my attention is going to be. It's getting my herbs and my citrus. I want some fruit this year, you all. I want fruit. I've got to get my routine. I got to learn. I got to do and learn. Just like I'm telling you all. Once you grow these onions and get your routine down, then you're going to think, they're easy to grow. And they are. And so that's the thing. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be learning how to take care of my fruits, my citrus, and my herbs. Because I am trying to fill our medicine cabinets for my sister and I. And I want herbs to heal our bodies when we're sick or injured or whatever. And that is what I'm focused on. And you won't be seeing me growing some really fun peppers or some really fun stuff like that. I'm going to grow what we eat. And that's all. It's going to be out there in that big garden. And I'm going to have them growing in such a way that they're going to just pretty much grow by themselves. I'll go and check on them and harvest from them and fertilize them. But everything pretty much out there has irrigation, so they'll be getting water. And but my herbs and my citrus and my fruit trees are going to get my attention because I have to learn how to take care of them. And that's what I'm going to do. And so I'm learning now about the soil for them, because all of them, like the citrus, they need a different soil than everybody else. And I'm learning. And that's what I want you all to learn. Get in my comments. Let me know, what is it that you want to learn to grow? What is it that you eat, you and your family eat, that you want to learn to grow it and grow it well? This year, everybody just grow what you eat. Don't get overwhelmed. Because if you get overwhelmed, it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. It's going to get hot, you all. It's going to get hot. So don't overwhelm yourself with a bunch of plants that's going to wear you out. You grow what you and your family eats, and that's it. Don't worry about having a whole lot. Now, a tomato plant, you got to remember, if you grow one indeterminate tomato plant, that tomato plant is going to produce, is going to give you so many tomatoes. So you don't need a whole lot of them. I ended up with a lot because I thought I could give them away and I couldn't. And so then I thought, well, I'll just put it over here. I put that in over here and I put that in over there. And next thing I knew, I had 30 of them out there. And that was too much. You don't need 10 watermelon plants. You don't need 10 squash plants. You don't need, because one plant will produce a lot of fruit. It will. You don't need 10 unless it's just you and your family and your neighborhood. If you're trying to grow for all them. But if ain't none of them going to help you, then there's no sense in growing for all of them. Because you need to grow what you eat. You need to take care of you and your household. Now, if it's going to take care of your household to grow 10 watermelon plants, then go ahead on. And 30 tomato plants, go ahead on. But if not, then just grow what you eat. That's okay. Go do what you want to do. It's your garden. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not doing that. I've been doing that, and it takes a lot of your time, takes a lot of your energy, and I just feel like herbs and citrus and fruit trees is where I need to put all my focus, put all my attention on. And I am going to take care of the big garden. My sister and I, we're going to take care of the big garden because we're going to have green beans and peas and tomatoes and things that we like to eat. It's going to be out there growing. We're going to take care of it. So I'm going to close my mouth up and end this video because I've held you all too long and I didn't mean to stay out here this long myself. But if you have not already, you all go to almanac.com, get your grow calendars so that you know when you are to grow your plants. Get your seeds started on time. I'm telling you all, your plants will grow better when you have them growing when they're supposed to be growing. And some of you have had onions out there growing and it was not your time to have them out there. And they have not grown well. You've lost some of them. And it is too expensive to lose seedlings and seeds because I had carrots over there, started them in December. And why in the world I done that, I don't know why. But I did it. And they ain't wrong with flip. Not one came up right before we got a bad ice storm. And it went back the other way. Got some in this Easy Cube. And they are probably going to do well. But so go to almanac.com, put in your zip code, download or print out your grow calendar so that you can get your seeds started on time. Okay, you all, I'm gonna walk around here to the greenhouse and put my onions in there, and I'm gonna unzip it. Sits in right there. I'm gonna unzip the greenhouse and then I'm gonna go on in. Okay, you all, I'm in here. I didn't realize I ain't had a camera on. Ooh, I'm getting real bad with that. Y'all, please bear with me. Please bear with me. I'm so sorry sometimes. I don't turn the thing on. Got my little windows open on the greenhouse. It says it's 65 degrees in here. And everything is doing well. This is my key lime plant. And look at all these little buds that are coming on, you all. I'm so excited in this greenhouse. Look, that is a lime. That little thing right there, that's a lime. And I hope that all of these will turn into limes. Key limes. That is a whole cluster. And I'm going to take better care. When I get ready to take this out of here, and I may do it before I take them out, but I will be taking these out of this soil. I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to make up some soil that better suits them. You know, they grow better in. And look at them. That is a nice cluster of flowers and all back there. Okay, you all. Owari Satsuma. But you know what? Look at that. Is that not new growth right there? That is new growth. That is new growth. All along here is new growth. That is new growth. That is new growth. I'm glad I came out here and looked at this because I was very sad. I cut off all kind of thorn limbs off of this. This is what was left. Those two orange satsumas, those two oranges that I harvested back in a couple months ago, they came off of this, not that other thing. I kind of think I probably need to take that off too, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't know. I'm gonna see. Y'all, do I need to cut that off? I probably do. I think I already have, but I probably need to cut it back to there. What do you think? I'm glad I saw it because I was about ready to buy me another Satsuma, a Warrior Satsuma. And which I still may do because I just don't know. But that's the Warrior Satsuma. Now this one is that's what it is. I'm sorry, I can't never pronounce it when I come out here for y'all to look at it. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that. This is a mandarin. It favor them ones that we buy. We've been buying them at Walmart, and they have this little lump off the top. And I'm not going to tell you what my cousins don't call it or say it look like, but these favor that orange. And I love those. Oh, I love them. They are so sweet. And those were the sumo oranges. But these are little buds that's coming on here. And that is new growth. That is new growth. And so is that. There's new growth all over this, you all. And I have this in my Vego Garden citrus planter, self-watering citrus planter. And after I put it in there, I've learned the soil mixture for citrus. And I think I have this. This is just regular soil. And citrus do better when you grow it in mix that I'm gonna pot these in. And I'll be showing you all what it is when I do it. This is a fig. And I don't know, it's a cutting someone gave my sister. I think it was my coworker gave it to her. This has a little piece there. There's something over there. It is new growth all over this, you all. And look at this. I mean, all winter it looked like that. But now we have green on it. So they're doing well. This is rosemary, of course. It looks like it has gotten a little burned. The cool probably got to them. This is sage, and I think, is it going to seed? No, that's why I cut it. I harvested some a few weeks ago. And that's a sage down there. And this is horehound. My sister uses a lot of this. She made a tincture with it, and she used it. She had to use some of it this winter. Here are those onions, the ones that are going to go out when I plant those out. And see, I told you, don't put that whole onion down in that soil. This is what I mean. Like how I have this one, the roots are down in the soil. The onion is on top. These really need to be cut back. I need to cut some of these greens off. But see, that one is just sitting there on top of the soil. The roots are down in the soil. Same as that one. All of these, they're just right there on top. And that's how you transplant your onions. Don't put them all the way down in the soil because they won't grow well. They'll just grow to be like a bunching onion. Those are looking well. Those are looking real good in there. Down here are the ones, these are going to be the second round of succession planting. These will go out first in a week or so, along with those. And then about a month after, these are all going to go out. And then I have some in the house I'm probably going to bring out in the next day or two out here so that they can grow and get bigger. And they will, after these have been in about a month, these probably will be ready to be harvested. Because they will have been in 2 months after those have been in a month. And then those other ones will go in. And once I harvest these, I'll put that third round of onions in its place. And that is how I want to grow my onions, you all. I already told you, but I'm just saying again. This is another rosemary. This one, it looks real good. Looks real, real good. This is mint that is coming back. All these little pots of mint that we have out here. Over here, this is a fig. I don't know how it's going to do. Just let it stay there until it shows what it's going to do. But all this mint, we have these little pots scattered out everywhere to deter the pests. Mr. No Shoulders, he cannot stand mint. So that's why that's there. This is phenomenal fig. It did look better than this. I don't know what it's going to do, but I hope it's going to come back. I hope that it comes back. That looks like that is trying to live and come back. Got some water right here. Maybe I should put some water on it. These leaves right here, I don't know. Maybe because this window right here is open right there and it may not be able to stand it. We have not been getting down. We hadn't been getting under 40. I don't know what's going on right here. But it's going to be up potted as well into some of the good soil. And I mean, it's got a lot of flowers on it still, right there, all over it, all down there. So that is this is how the greenhouse is looking. So I'm gonna go right now. If you all like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And then hit the subscribe button if you have not already. And hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload content. So you all stay safe, stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.